One side carries the weight of 1,000 years of war. The other carries something far more dangerous, the memory of every death it has ever survived. Before we watch what happens here, you need to understand what Doomsday actually is. He was not born powerful. He was made powerful. On the prehistoric world of Krypton, millions of years before Superman ever existed, a scientist named Bertrand ran an experiment so cruel, so deliberate, that the universe should have stopped him. He took an infant, and he threw it into one of the harshest environments ever recorded. The infant died. Bertrand collected the remains, cloned them, and threw the child in again. This process was repeated for 240 years. Every death, every cause, every weapon, every condition that ended that life was catalogued by the biology itself and permanently removed as a vulnerability. Doomsday is not a monster who survived. He is the scientific proof that if you kill something enough times, it becomes unkillable. By the time he reached full evolution, he had killed every living thing on Krypton, including the Radiant, a being capable of destroying entire solar systems. That is what Thor is standing across from today. And Thor is not simply a man who picked up a hammer. Thor Odinson is the god of thunder, son of Odin, the All-Father.
All fathers give me strength.
By nature. In terms of raw output, Thor has flown into the energy of a dying neutron star to restart its forge. He has fought Galactus, a being who consumes planets the way you consume a meal. He has gone 15 rounds with the Hulk at the Hulk's peak rage and walked away. His God Blast, a technique that channels his own divine life force, has staggered beings with no known upper limit on durability. And Stormbreaker, the axe he now carries, was specifically forged to be more powerful than Millennia. Underprepared. He comes to this fight having defeated every conceivable category of threat the universe has ever produced. Every category, except one. Thor does not hesitate. He never does. He launches forward at full velocity and drives Stormbreaker into Doomsday's chest with the force of a thunderclap, the shockwave flattening half a mile of terrain in every direction. He lands on top of Doomsday and hammers him into the earth. Against bone and tissue. 1 strike, 2, 5, 10, 12 consecutive hits. Doomsday catches the axe mid-swing headbutt, but the shockwave is visible to the naked eye. Thor goes airborne, 200 meters. Who do you think would win this? Comment below as we continue. Thor recalibrates. If Doomsday can absorb direct hits, then he will not deliver direct hits. He will deliver a verdict from the sky. The ground around Doomsday turns to glass. Stop. Because what just happened, what you just watched, is the most important moment in this fight. Doomsday did not just survive the lightning barrage. His biology processed it. Every single joule of electrical energy that passed through his body has been catalogued. His cells have already begun producing a counter-response, restructuring the bone spurs to act as conductors. In simple terms, the lightning that just took 45 seconds to put him down, next time, it won't even slow him down. Look at the new spur formations. They are not just regenerated, they are redesigned, denser, angled differently, overlapping in a pattern that distributes kinetic impact across a wider surface area.
Doomsday is not healing between hits. He is upgrading between hits. Seconds, and Thor has just spent his largest opening investment for a two-step stumble in return. What follows is the ugly middle of this war. No technique, no tactics, just two forces of nature at absolute maximum output. Doomsday takes a Stormbreaker slash across the face. The wound closes in 4 seconds. Thor attempts a flying tackle, driving Doomsday through a cliff face and out the other side. They freefall 300 meters. Thor uses the descent to drive Stormbreaker 7 times in 2 seconds. Mid-air, no footing, pure aggression. Thor rises first, but when Doomsday rises, he is measurably larger than when he fell. The new bone formations across his shoulders and chest have reshaped him into something closer to armor than anatomy. Thor fires a point-blank lightning strike, direct to the chest. Doomsday stumbles back. What required 45 seconds of sustained bombardment in round 1 now causes a 2-step stumble. Thor's expression says everything his voice does not. He understands. Here is something most people do not understand about Thor. He is not a character who simply hits harder when he needs to. He has a ceiling. The God Blast is that ceiling. It is not a technique he can sustain. It is not a weapon he can wield repeatedly. It is a one-time investment, because it draws directly from his divine life force, his actual life, not his stamina, not his power reserves. The last time Thor used the full God Blast in the comics, he staggered Galactus, a being who has eaten stars, who exists outside the normal hierarchy of Marvel power. The single most powerful attack he possesses, the one that costs him something he cannot get back. And you already know, based on what Doomsday does to every weapon used against him, meet why that might be the most dangerous thing Thor could do. Thor stops fighting like a warrior and starts fighting like a go. He drives Stormbreaker into the ground, plants both feet, closes his eyes. The ground around him disintegrates in a ring moving outward. He fires. The beam carries Doomsday for 6 miles, burning through bone, through adaptive tissue, through every restructured defense Doomsday's biology has assembled in this fight. When it resolves, there is a 6-mile trench carved into the earth ending in a smoking crater. Thor drops to one knee. The God Blast costs. The smoke moves. I need you to understand what you are watching. The God Blast, the attack drawn from Thor's own life force, the single move that has staggered beings beyond conventional power measurement, has just been absorbed. Doomsday's biology has done what it always does. It catalogued the divine energy. It processed the composition of the attack, and it has already begun producing a biological counter. Beat bone spurs that now carry a faint golden luminescence. His body has not just recovered, it has incorporated the most powerful attack Thor possesses into its own structure. There is no round 3. Not one that Thor can win. He does not charge out of that crater, almost like a crown. He is structurally different from the creature that started this fight. Thor swings a Stormbreaker. The blade connects with Doomsday's adapted chest plating. There's just holding, and Thor fires lightning, point blank, directly into Doomsday's eyes. Doomsday does not blink. The lightning runs across his body like water across stone. And for the first time in this fight, you see it in Thor's eyes. Not fear. Does not stop fighting because he will lose. A god stops fighting when he physically cannot continue. Thor wrenches his wrist. Thor follows with another and another. 7 consecutive strikes. The aura around him is fractured now, sputtering. No longer the controlled storm of this fight's opening. It looks less like power and more like pain. Doomsday catches the axe handle. The same move as the fight's opening. But this time there is no surprise in it. This time, it is a statement. He looks at Thor directly, and he pulls Stormbreaker from Thor's grip. Doomsday does not rush. He walks toward Thor, Not with anger, not with purpose, but with the same indifferent forward motion he has carried through this entire fight. Doomsday delivers one final strike. Single, measured, absolute. The shockwave propagates outward in a perfect sphere. Thor's body travels 300 meters and does not rise. And Doomsday does not stand over him. Simply walks past, through the battlefield, through the craters, through the wreckage of 14 minutes of war between a thunder god and an undying extinction event. Stormbreaker stands upright in the scorched earth. Lightning still runs up and down the handle, without purpose, without anyone to receive it. Doomsday has already forgotten Thor, and that is the most devastating part.
In a straight head-to-head brawl, the outcome depends heavily on Doomsday's prior adaptation history. A fresh Doomsday likely loses to a full-powered Thor. A Doomsday who has already survived energy-based onslaughts becomes significantly harder to put down, and could eventually overwhelm Thor through sheer attrition and escalating durability. Most balanced analyses give Thor the edge in a first encounter, with the advantage shifting toward Doomsday in any rematch scenario. Thanks for watching. Do free to like and subscribe.